Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful souls. My name is Francine here with my channel Manifold Destiny, and I'm here for another video. So for those of you that are returning, thank you so much for being back here with me. It's so lovely to be on this platform and to have the ability to speak out about the things that Spirit has been talking about, that has been channeling through me and through a number of people on YouTube. So thank you so much for being here, and I just thank you for being present with me. For the people that are new, it's really great to meet new people here on this platform. If you don't know already, my name is Francine again. This is going to be my channel Manifold Destiny, where I focus in on current events. I want to focus more on just allowing Spirit to kind of flow through all of my messages. I don't want it to ever be fixed. I also identify as an Andromedan starseed, so I do tend to have this contingency plan, if you can call it that, of never just doing what everyone else is doing or just doing something that is constricting or anything that makes me feel like I'm part of just a set of skills, a set of rules, a set of types of messages that I can give to people. I want to make sure that my messages are always coming from source, from my intuition, from my guides and my ancestors, and that they're not following what's popular. So you definitely will see that if you haven't already seen my videos. I want to come on here today to do another channeled message. Okay guys, so I want to do something that is specific to a group of people. I don't like to sugarcoat things, so as a disclaimer, I will be very blunt at times. I am very considerate of the energies, so I'm not going to try to either abuse or to neglect the energy of the individual and what they're going through, but I am going to be very plain about a lot of things. I am a Virgo sun, so I like to operate in my mercurial energy, being very communicative with my audience, telling them like it is and as it comes to me, because I am Virgo in a number of placements as well as my sun. So to start, I want to just allow Spirit to start us off with a message, start us off with any channeled messages, and also an idea of what this message in particular is going to be geared towards, okay? So I'm just going to tune into your energy. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you for watching. If you resonate with this message, please don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. Every like means so much to people here on YouTube, guys. I think a lot of us forget that likes are actually what defines our stats, so that we can actually say, okay, this message is being received well. A lot of us don't like stuff because we don't want it to be saved in any way, but I feel like that's part of the journey on YouTube, is learning how to work with your stats. So I know people do see this content, but rarely do I get to interact with the people that are watching. So I hope that changes, but I'm looking forward to what Spirit wants to tell you. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, what would you like to tell those that are tuning in specifically today? What would you like to tell those that are tuning into my message, to this message that you have me getting up and ready to project and to share with the audience that are listening? What would you like them to know and to hear? So for some reason I'm hearing aunt, so there's someone here that is an aunt. For some reason that affiliation in the family is very prevalent. If you are a new aunt, congratulations. I mean, it's a blessing to be an aunt. I don't know if Spirit wants to kind of elucidate on that. Spirit, what would you like to say to the people that are tuning in today to this message? I feel very drawn to go to a different deck. What would you like to say? I'm getting the numbers 14 and 17. 14, it's reduced to 5. It typically represents this idea of transformation, huge changes in your life, you moving out of one thing into the next. I've noticed my readings have been about ending one cycle and starting another. Also, the number 17 is representative of the Star card. So I'm feeling like you guys are healing in a sense, and I know that sounds generic, but we're going to get into that soon. but it feels like there's this energy of you coming into your greatness. I hear destined for greatness because some of you guys are recognizing that or have recognized that for some time. There's this essence of you coming into more of an abundance in your mindset. The mind is very heavily, is very specified here. It's very obvious here that someone is working on their thought process and how they understand their worth and their value. Spirit, what would you like to say to the people watching today, those that are going to need to hear this message at this time? What would you like to say to them? What would you like to say to them? We have another one here. Thank you, Spirit. What other messages would you like to say to the people that are watching this video? I'm hearing the number 7, so divine timing is also at play here. You guys are likely working on something in regards to your career, because I'm getting success being at the forefront of your mind right now. You may also be a Virgo rising as well for some reason is what I'm hearing. So you may be working towards that energy of being more in focus of order, of regulating things, of coming into an understanding of how you work and how you mesh with the people that are meant for you in your soul tribe, in your community, in your family. How, like, it's kind of like you're understanding the dynamic of where you fit in between all of this. And I feel like that energy is what you're going towards because you came from a Pisces South Node or a Pisces past life, a life of more so focusing on it's almost the duality and more so the spiritual aspect of your journey. Now you're going into more of the organized sense of how do I make sense out of all of this? And so we had 3 cards come through. We had round and round, number 25, which reduces to 7. Okay, we have you feeling like you're kind of going in circles. You feel that at times that you're not kind of getting to the main goal or the end result is what I'm hearing of something that you're really working towards. We're going to specify and clarify as we go, but just channeling off of the cards, it feels like you're now going into this new cycle. Like what I was saying in the beginning with the cycle ending, it feels like you're just so close to then walking into this newness, to walking into something bigger than even yourself and how you may perceive yourself. You may be working on maybe the perception you have of what you can do and what you can create and what you can be a part of. And here we have number 3. So we have 7 and 3 about divine transformation. And I'm hearing rumination multiple times. So it's like you guys are thinkers. You guys either think and really are like more cerebral about your way of going about things, or you're just starting to now think about the next step and the next level and what you're working on to gain understanding of your journey, of the next step of your journey. We have here community, number 8. So we have you moving into something very quickly. It seems like you guys are coming into a greater experience with people, and you're going to resonate with these particular people more than you did before in terms of your soul tribe. I feel like this is a spiritual community around you guys. I don't know why, but I have a sense that there's some people here that resonate with Arcturians. They're really focused and centered on bringing light, bringing information, bringing wisdom, bringing healing energy to the collective, to people that are yearning for it, that are going to. It's kind of like they're vouching for you. Arcturians might be also who you resonate with. They may be a part of your community, or you may be a starseed in relation to the Arcturians. So I personally have a relationship with a number of different star groups because I feel like we're all a combination, but I personally am a cosmic traveler. So I have been, and I am from Andromeda, and I also have come from Sirius A. That was where likely Sirius A, they were more so involved and affiliated with Egyptian culture. So I feel an affinity towards Sirius and Arcturus as well. So that's why I feel like your energy coming through a lot stronger. It's easier for me to pick up your energy here. We have at the bottom of the deck orphaned. So you may have been taken out of I'm hearing placebo. So you may have been taken out of a group of people that may have felt like you guys just kind of ended up together, and there was maybe some things that you had in common, but you weren't really getting what you needed. You were not getting the care that you needed. You were not getting the love that you required and that you wanted from them. You may not have demanded it, but there's a sense of you not getting something out of a relationship, or out of relationships that were on your path and on your journey I'm hearing previous cycle. So you guys have likely are closer to the new cycle than you are to the old cycle, is what I'm hearing. So you guys you've already gone through a massive transformation of maybe feeling alienated and feeling alone, and coming into this 8, to this quick moving soul tribe energy of coming into a group of people that you really resonate with. I'm hearing collect, like it's almost like you're collecting people from different walks of life, from different areas of the world, and they're all coming to you, and you're feeling like, how did I meet these people? Or you're desiring to, but most of you that I'm talking to have already met some people, and you feel like you're collecting. I'm hearing collecting past lives. So you're going through soul retrieval as well. It feels like you guys are going through just this massive transformation that involves people, and they're bringing out and almost making like a domino effect to your next step and to your spiritual growth. You guys have this kundalini energy of like massive transformation here. You may have felt like you're going round and round, but you are now making the choices necessary that are very solidified now. They're solidifying. And that's number 5 for orphaned. We also have never ending story. That's number 37, which reduces to 1. So this is about that new story. You're not about the old. You're not about the things that were comfortable, or the things that even you decided to allow in your life because everyone else wanted it. I feel like you guys are now stepping into more of who you are with Come to the Edge. There's so much to discover here about yourself. There's so much to discover about the community that you're meant to be a part of. I'm just seeing 7 a lot. You guys have like this epitome, like you guys are in this energy of the number 7 of perfect timing. Things and people will come into your life as if they're just perfect for you, and you don't even realize why. Like you're just like, I don't know what's going on. You guys are just kind of there. Like how did we meet? You know, like our paths have crossed, and I'm so thankful for that. So that's what you're thinking. So I want to see the energy of what you guys are going through currently, or what message needs to be said here. Thank you so much, spirit guides, angels, ancestors. I'm hearing abundance, and I'm hearing anarchy. Take what you will from those 2 words. Take what you will from those 2 words here, because here's the thing. You can look at it and think, you know, I don't know this chick. Is she saying that anarchy is good? You can think a lot of things, but at the end of the day, this is all about you. So if I'm hearing those words, there's something about those 2 words that need to be addressed. Sometimes when a word comes across my mind, right, because I'm clairaudient, I will hear anarchy, for instance, and I will take it as it is and not doubt my intuition. Some of you guys need to not doubt your intuition as strongly, or what people will think of your intuition. I'm not saying to do something to hurt or harm any other person, but if there's a word that's coming to mind and you're afraid to say it, and your throat chakra isn't open up, and you're not allowing yourself to just express every process that is going on in your intuitive abilities, then you're not going to grow in your intuitive abilities. You have to just let it out. And I feel like someone needs to know that. They need to be a spokesperson for letting things out and just saying it as it is, even if it's not, it's something that you've even thought about and ruminated over. The word ruminate is very important for someone. Stop overthinking. Stop staying in your head with this 8 of Swords and this round and round and never-ending story. Stop overthinking something and allow it to come through naturally. Because I find that when I am just going and kind of channeling and I just let it out, it makes more sense than it makes sense to me. It makes more sense to you than it makes sense to me. So I'm not gonna just kind of... Sometimes Spirit just knows what words to say, and I just gotta say it, and I leave it at that. Okay, guys? So take that what you will. There's a reason that I had to say that message to somebody here. Okay, so there's no other cards coming through here. We only have the one Salal, subdue. Yeah, there's like this energy of something being blocked, something that was blocked, something that was subdued, or something that was there's a timid nature about this energy here. There's like a holding back of something, and knowing full well that it has its power, but it's not, it's subdued for the sake of being palatable for the people that you are surrounded by or have been surrounded by. There may have been things that you wanted to say or do that were not palatable to the people in your environment, and you may have said it, and now you're feeling orphaned, or you're feeling neglected, or you're feeling like you're alone, but you're not, because what you're saying, being honest with yourself is better than being just fake with everybody else. Be real with what messages you have to say, because I feel like a number of you are spokespersons for just opening up the doors to conversation on some things. You guys have this ability to just speak it out, and there's a blockage in some of your throat chakra of saying it, and that's why I felt so strongly about saying that for you guys. We have Purify Sage. Use sage to kind of clarify your environment when you can. If you ever feel like kind of claustrophobic, clear your space, purify your area. Sage, Palo Santo, allow the energy to be refreshed, because there may be something stuck. There's some stuck energy coming through here. We have tribulation, nettle. So there's a sense of you. Nettle is a very precarious herb, and I'm not saying that because I'm an herbalist, but I'm saying it because of what attributes it has. I know of a little bit of what nettle is. You have to be careful with nettle in certain areas of your life, like if you're pregnant, or if you're going through certain medical conditions, you need to be very careful with that. I just remembered this in particular, this tarot deck or oracle deck talked about the difficulties that it can cause, or it can bring if you're not using it correctly. As with any herb, this is represented specifically by tribulation. You guys have likely been through a lot of difficulties, or have experienced retaliation, and you've had to submit to some kind of retaliation, whether that be in your home, whether that be in your community, whether that be at your school, or whether that be anywhere. You felt like you did not fit in, or you felt like there was a sense of you having to settle, or to submit to an authority that was not accepting of your voice and what you had to say about something. There's something about you repelling energies because of your light specifically. Some of you guys are the type to not sit and... I'm hearing rebel. You guys are like rebels. Repel, rebel. It's kind of funny. The two words seem to look almost the same apart from that little ad, you know, for the P instead of the B. But there's like this energy of you deciding to stand up for yourself and stand your ground. You guys can't sit for long and allow someone else to kind of walk over you or to tell you what to do. You have this tendency, and there's a need for you to speak it out here. Okay? So those were at the bottom of the deck. So we're going to hold on to those here. And I want to also see what else Spirit has to say about each of these 6 cards here for us. Spirit, what would you like to say for round and round in particular? What would you like to say for round and round in particular? And today I'm using the Nefertari deck, the Nefertari tarot deck. So we're going to see what comes through for this one. So we have here the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Two of Cups. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. You guys have awesome energy. We have the Emperor at the bottom, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. You guys are starting something magnificent. Like, you guys are doing something good and right in your path. You've recognized the cycle with round and round here, and you're deciding to move past the offenses. You're deciding to take charge. With the Emperor, you're deciding to take control of the situation and to say, I'm going to do what's right for me. I'm going to say what's right for me and to help other people along the way. Ace of Cups, that's all about like having a passionate kind of not an expectation, but a sense of just passion for something and putting that passion to work with the Ace of Wands. This is about going through an endeavor and deciding to go forward despite any supposed opposition. There's nothing that can stop you from doing that here. That's beautiful energy here. You guys are doing something huge, and you're forming stable ground within yourself, and you're allowing yourself to then move forward. For clarity on the round and round, we had the Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing the number 27, so it might be relevant to someone. Someone might be 27 as well, but I also feel like Spirit is trying to tell you that there's this expectation of great things that you can have in this cycle. This new cycle is presenting itself to you of just abundance, like I was seeing. When I said the two words abundance and anarchy, now they're coming back to the forefront of my mind. There's a sense of you finding abundance in the chaos, of finding abundance in maybe feeling like alienated, or feeling stranded, or feeling like you're just kind of out there figuring out the pieces of the puzzle and where you fit in. There's something about you coming into an understanding of yourself. When I see the Two of Cups, I'm not seeing two people necessarily. I don't see or pick up any energy of like a love relationship. I'm seeing more of a feeling of love and adoration towards your own heart. I'm seeing you looking at yourself in the mirror and being happy with you, of being open to the possibilities of something exciting, because you may have had thoughts about what you thought your course of life was going to be, and you're seeing that it's not even close or even as good as what is coming for you. You have more to even experience and to enjoy. We also have here the Ace of Pentacles. So this is the energy of a new opportunity. It's once you're coming into alignment with yourself and understanding who you are as an individual, you're coming into an opportunity, because how can any opportunity pass you by when you're already in alignment with yourself? I mean, really, like when you are in alignment with yourself and you're feeling like you're balancing yourself. You don't have to be balanced all the time, but you're balancing your chakras, you're balancing your mind, your heart, and you're putting your mind on something that you would love to do and enjoy. You are unstoppable that way. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is here. There's only so much time before it's your favor, all of the favor that you have and you know are coming is coming for you. There's no way you can overlook or miss that. I was saying this like the other day to my loved one, to my boyfriend. He and I were talking about how it's so amazing. It's so amazing how there's so many wonders in life, and there's so many good things that can happen to you, but we're almost too shocked, or because of how we've been treated by, the government, by other people, we think, what's the catch? Like, why is this happening? This is too good to be true. That is normal, but that is the sad reality of a lot of people in today's world since the beginning of time. Bad things are easier to expect. Good things are kind of like, oh damn, what did I do to deserve that? Like, what the fuck? Like, you think to yourself like you're not worthy of that, and then when it happens, you're so surprised. Surprise is a beautiful thing, but when you don't believing that you're worthy of something, that's when there's something at the heart level. There's something deep down, someone or something that made you think you weren't worthy of that one thing, or whatever it is that the object of your desire is on. So don't be too caught up in what's the catch when something good comes your way. Of course, be aware. You know the intentions of people. But here's the thing, no one can over or supersede the ability that you have unless you let them. There's no way that someone can stop you and your blessings from coming in because they don't like you. You have to believe in yourself before other people believe in you. That's how you're going to succeed. That's how you're going to get somewhere. I have to do this. I'm doing this channel without any expectation of getting a lot of people, but I am doing it because it's for me. This is my journey. This is my love, is to talk to people about this. So you guys are in the Wheel of Fortune. You guys are moving towards a new opportunity. It doesn't look like what you might expect, but don't expect less than what you deserve. Really. Like, really. It's so easy to be dismissive of your abilities and your gifts. Let them shine, and then people will follow. Don't try to run after people and make it happen. They'll find you. If they're meant to find you, they will find you. I feel really drawn to also pull something from this deck as well. This is the Gift of Life Tarot. I got this from Indiegogo. It's an indie deck that I love very dearly, that I actually was told about from Opal Oracle. So if you guys know Opal Oracle, she is a reader here on YouTube that I was very drawn to, I resonate with, and her messages are always so sincere and deep. There's depth in that. And I heard about this from her, and my God, I was crying when I got this deck, because I looked at the imagery, and it's imagery from all over the world, specifically in the Caribbean, specifically in just certain areas of the world. A photographer. She is amazing. Alice, I believe Alice Smeens, or Alice, I'm going to put her information in the description box. Smeets, Alice Smeets. She's amazing with the use of the Gift of Life Tarot. Like, her pictures convey so much meaning. So let's see what we can get from the Gift of Life Tarot that will assist us in understanding between worlds. What would you like to say, Spirit, for the between worlds? Okay. What would you like to say for between worlds? Thank you so much, Spirit. So we have 3 cards coming through. We have the Knight of the Sun of Fire, which is also the Knight of Wands. So it's moving towards something very quickly. You're moving out of this life, this path that you were once towards or walking into, or kind of muddling with or dealing with, and you're moving out of that. So you were in this cycle previously, and with the in-between, you decided to move out of that with the beauty of the landscape that you're walking into, of having so much optimism and so much expectance of something good coming out of your decision to walk out of something very torrential, something very detrimental to you as a person. You made the biggest move by deciding to move out of that. Some of you have really moved out of something that was not enjoyable. It wasn't something that you felt you could stick to. The shadow is not necessarily bad, because I feel like when you address your shadow and you address the difficulties in life, you're actually allowing yourself to see it for what it is, and to not avoid it, to not ignore it. And I feel like as you move out of that and you take on full authority of your life, and you say, I'm going to take on whatever comes at me, whatever life wants to throw at me, I'm going to do it. You are putting your power back. You're taking your power, and you're not allowing it to be under the submission of any person. That's not how it was meant to be. We have choice, but to relinquish something so powerful is almost reckless, because the other person cannot handle what you have been gifted with and given over you. So it's just the sense of you walking out of something very quickly. And we have the 7 of air, the 7 of swords. So we have you addressing head on any of any deceit or any doubts that you had about yourself and about what you could perform and what you could do. This is also about, like, the 7 of swords is also indicative of, like, the deceit of others as well, of getting out of maybe the shadow of other people with between worlds. It feels like you guys have decided to or have walked in your path and in your power, and you have decided, I'm going to go for what is right for me and what is true to me. You're walking in your truth here. Okay, guys, and then we also have the Queen of Swords, or the Queen of Air, Mother of Air. We have an energy of knowing something deeply, knowing something, being very efficient and logical and rational, and understanding just how strong your mind really is. So you guys are going from the 7 of Swords to the Queen of Swords, of mastering all of what has been granted to you or given to you by people, what opinions you've had of yourself based on what other people thought of you, and now you're forming your own understanding of who you are as a queen here. So you're moving out of an energy of kind of going with the flow, or, well, not going with the flow, because that's a really good thing, but going with what the majority are doing. So what we have here also is community. Let's see what Spirit has to say for community. Spirit, what would you like to say for community in particular? Community. We have here the 7 of Pentacles. So this is about long-term gain, prosperity arising from having really close-knit relationships with people. We also have here the Page of Swords of speaking out, of communication, of also being watched over by the people that you love or the people that have been with you throughout your life. It feels like your ancestors are also trying to speak through this. The Page of Pentacles or the Knave of Pentacles here is indicating that you're starting to work on your craft. You're starting to speak out about your craft. You're starting to take the steps forward with the pages in a row. And then we have the Ten of Swords of getting out of this mental torment, of getting out of maybe indecisiveness and fear and doubt. Bottom of the deck is the King of Chalices, the King of Cups. That's about just having such a passion for your craft, a passion for your future. The Knave of Chalices, of having it grow from, you literally have the King and the Knave, or the King and the Page. So you're going into this energy, this inner child energy of opening up to your dreams. What did you want to do when you were younger? What did you want to accomplish? What did you want to see? That's becoming real and more real for you, and you're seeing the ability that you have to accomplish that. So I see here just a beautiful, like, there's just an essence of you moving into something long term that's going to be very prosperous for you. That's beautiful energy, guys. Spirit, what would you like to say about orphans here? What would you like to say about orphaned? We have the Daughter of Air, which is the Page of Swords. Okay, we have the Ten of Water, which is the Ten of Cups, if you were to see it through the Rider-Waite Tarot. And we have the Ten of Air. We have the Ten of Swords again, and the Emperor again at the bottom of the deck. So you guys are speaking out about what you want to see in the prosperous life you want to lead. There's this energy of you coming out of a place of being alone and feeling isolated. Isolated from others, isolated from your dreams and your goals. And now you're saying, I want to speak, I want to start the process and the journey of creating something that I will really love and enjoy. You're coming from a Ten of Cups to a 10. You're going from this energy of a lot of, it's like the completion of a lot of overthinking. You're coming into, I want to choose to have a lot of happiness and joy and fulfillment in my life, and I don't want to spend it wondering and doubting, trying to figure it all out. That's the never-ending story and the need for you to come to the edge here. I want to also just speak on the come to the edge to see what that means for you guys. We have a number of cards. The Three of Wands, moving forward with a decision. We have the Knight of Wands, very quickly again, and the Queen of Chalices. The Queen of Chalices. We had the King of Chalices earlier. So it's coming into fulfillment and success with the Six of Wands. There's a need for you to also allow yourself to be at peace with what your decision is. Don't stress about it, because it feels like there's a need for you to just allow things to come in the way that they're supposed to. And they're going to make sense to you as time goes on. It's not something that will just, it'll hit you sometimes. I feel like sometimes you just get an urgency from spirit or from your intuition. Your higher self is saying, do something for the moment. Don't worry about the whole landscape of how it's going to happen. Just take the steps forward and don't overthink any part of this. Okay, guys, and I want to also, for the Divine Feminine, I specifically, for those of you watching, I want to get some messages on career for you guys, because I feel like there's really an urgency for me to address that. Okay, so Spirit, what would you like to say to those that are watching this video? Declutter. We were saying this, I was actually saying this earlier, there's a need for you to declutter. There's a need for you to create safe and sacred space for yourself, a space to open up, to create, to do something beautiful, and to allow yourself to elevate. I feel like when you create that sacred workspace, you're going to see that things will flow a lot easier for you. Is there anything else you would like to say to this group? We have trust. Trust. That word is so important here. Trusting your guidance, your intuition when it's telling you to do something. It says here specifically, implement a solid marketing plan that builds your clients' trust in you. When you show up consistently for them, they'll know you care. I also take this as when you consistently show up for yourself, you will then be able to consistently show up for others. Because when you allow yourself to have the sacred space necessary to take in all of what spirit and what your mind is trying to get out and share with you, what your intuition is trying to do, I feel like you guys are going to then be able to communicate and commit to communicating with others in a way where you're going to be in balance and in flow. It won't have to come out. It won't be difficult, basically, over time for you to come through and to talk to people and to relate to others in your community. The next one we have is plan. Anticipate setbacks and failures. Plan for them. Don't let them drain your energy. Use them as fuel to go after your dreams. There's a need for you to plan with the expectation of having an abundant life, of not feeling like you have to just necessarily do a plan B because you don't think you'll make it. Do the thing you love with the Page of Cups here. This energy of the Page of Cups will truly help you plan when you come to an understanding of this, the inner child, of your dreams, of your desires, of your goals. When you let that be at the forefront of your mind, rather than fear of what could happen and what could go wrong, you'll notice that it's better for you to try than to never know. Plan for it. I would even wager to say don't necessarily make plan B, C, D, E, F, G. Just allow yourself to go for the plan that is best suited for you. And you'll know because you'll feel it. Is there anything else you'd like to say? We have inspired. When you become influential in your field, you inspire people to step into their own greatness because you rose to your own first. It's about inspiring other people, about being your inspiration to yourself as well with the Two of Cups, of being your advocate, being your own advocate and saying, I can do this. Because if you can do it, and if you put your mind to it, I know we say that a lot, but determination will get you very far. Resilience will get you very far. The next one we have is profit. Welcome abundance into your life. Create a strong relationship with money. Rejoice in the opportunities and experiences that it has and that it brings. So there's a need for you to expect the beauty of what will come to you and how you will profit from your gifts, from your talents. Not because the profit is what matters, but the heart of the matter. Your love for what you do will take you to greater places. And you just need to focus on your craft and on your gifts and on your skills, and the money will come and follow. Take it from me, I didn't have barely enough, and out of nowhere, I got just thousands. I got thousands over a case that was settled for me, and I was not expecting to be in that position. I did not try to be in that position, but I trusted that I could make it without having to work a 9-to-5 because I'm not cut out for that. I'm just not. And I think a lot of people are not cut out for that. And I don't think you should try to fit a type, because I can guarantee you in about 50 years, we're not going to be the same. We're not going to think the same about career and the path and what's popular and what's culturally appropriate and socially appropriate. It's going to change. So you living and conforming to the idea of this present time is not what we need. It's more so what will bring us and elevate us towards a new future. Okay, we can kind of get stuck in our own little bubble, or we can actually open up and say, what do you want me to do? Intuition, what do you want from me? I really love this. Do it. You know, it's just really a matter of you setting the tone for your generations and your legacy. We have here higher. If you're feeling overwhelmed with a never-ending to-do list, outsource your mundane tasks to a virtual assistant. Find out if there's anyone in your community that can help you. There may be someone out there that might be able to help you with the process of starting your business. Don't be afraid to ask the people that you trust and those that you feel understand your situation and are doing what you're doing, or doing something that is very encouraging to you on your path. I also wanted to share here, we have the Emperor again, as I said earlier. Taking a solid step forward, knowing your power and knowing your beauty. Like, this person is so majestic, this individual. The Emperor is about being so at peace with the fact that you have what it takes to be a leader. You have what it takes to be a teacher. You have what it takes to be in a role where you're in control. of your life, of what you want to do. We have here the 5 of water or the 5 of cups. There's some things that you might have to leave behind, or some things that you will not be able to carry with you, because it won't be compatible to the path and the choices you're making. There's a need for you to reassess those things, and also to reassess the things that you thought you lost but were not really worthy of holding on to anyway. There may have been love relationships that you felt like you lost and you regret it. Well, move forward and keep your head up. Keep your head up and keep going, because you're not going to miss out on the beauty of life and what it has to offer. You may have regrets. We all have them. You may have guilt. You may have bitterness. You may have resentment towards something. But you have these 2 cups that you're not seeing. Okay? And that will multiply over time. We have the Queen of Cups as well. This enjoyment, this love, this energy of joy, of emotional balance. Allow yourself to be in that energy. Allow yourself to just open up to what life has to offer. And what do we have? The Sun. You guys there's so much happiness, so much joy, so much love coming for you guys. So I just hope this helps. If you resonate with this video, if you resonate with a bit of it, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment on what it was that resonated with you, and I'll see you soon, hopefully. You guys take care. Bye.